The Bavarian village has definitely been beautiful. Absolutely love it. I mean, even the Starbucks are nicely decorated. But yeah, the whole town is done up in these wonderful old German Bavarian style. It's just gorgeous. Very touristy, obviously, but I mean, the whole town has gone out for it, which is very impressive. So yeah, and everyone's been really friendly. Motel was great. Yeah, most impressed. Right, time now to go to the main road and hitch a ride. Okay, back on trail. So I got dropped off in the car park over there, and busy road to cross, but I managed it. Now I've got to go back across again. Finally, the reunion. I have been following this lady. I have been stalking her by gut hook comments and messenger, and finally I get to see her again, which is fantastic.
Well, I'm Smalls. I'm hiking the PCT northbound, and the last time I saw Homemade was back in the desert by Mission Creek, so probably a good 3-4 months ago. So yeah, it's been amazing. Nice to see you again. Actually, it's been quite the reunion. So
it's been pretty cool.
Yes.
We first met in Idlewood, where we shared an amazing experience with our trail host Debbie.
Oh, yeah.
So lovely to see you again, and look forward to seeing your monument photo in 2 weeks.
Can't wait to see you finish too, Homemade. So yeah, congrats on going through the Sierra too.
Good morning. It's 11:45. It is day 164. I just had a fantastic Nero. It felt like a zero. I can't believe it was yesterday I came off trail. The light's going to be awful, sorry. So yeah, yesterday morning, woke up, was along the flat for an hour, up and over a hill, and then down to a road. Got to the road just before 8, and there was trail magic there. So I got to talk to a nice lady for a while, talked about vans, and had coffee, and then hitched into town. Took about 10 minutes to get a hitch in with Jose, and hitched. It was 35 miles into Leavenworth, which, not the famous Leavenworth. This is Leavenworth, Washington, which is known as the Bavarian village, and it is so cute. Everything is done in Bavarian themed buildings. The architecture, the art and murals is beautiful. Very touristy, but wonderful. I got there, it was a Sunday. Most places were shut, but I found a cafe, had a big breakfast, and instead of coffee I got a hot chocolate, and wow, it was good. And then went to a sports shop to get some food, because I've got a 5-day leg. I wanted to try and go a bit lighter on the food, so I got some freeze dry, and they had pad thai. I have not found pad thai. Haven't had it since the Sierras. It's been out of stock everywhere I've gone. So I got 2 of those, 2 two-person meals, which I've split between 3 meals. And got a whole lot of energy chews and energy bars, so I'm not going to have to struggle with snacks, trying to force them down. Then went to a motel. I was expecting everywhere would be fully booked out, being Labour weekend. But this motel, which is the one recommended in Gut Hooks, it had vacancies, and it is the cheapest of anywhere I have stayed. yeah, really great discount for the hikers. I'd had a look on Trivago to find the cheapest places, and the cheapest place in town, the absolute dive of a 1-star minus, was still $120 a night. The Evergreen Inn, including tax, was $84, and that included breakfast. So amazing deal they do for the hikers. Really lovely lady. So most impressed. The room is huge, nice and clean. So yeah, then went and did resupply at local food market. They didn't have a couple of things, so I had to walk half a mile to get to the big Safeway supermarket. And then, yeah, just relaxed, ate. Had McDonald's for dinner. Not the healthiest, but it's high in calories, and that's what I'm after. Yeah, just seemed to be almost all day, but yeah, felt really good. Really, it'd only been 3 days since my last zero, but it's been 3 days of a lot of hills and climbing, so I think it was nice, especially knowing that I've got a 5-day stretch now. It's 127 miles this next stretch. So this morning had breakfast. It was quite neat at the motel. It was waffles. So they had 2 waffle makers, and then they had filled cups with pre-measured amounts of the batter, which is great. It meant that you didn't have the overfill or underfill for your waffles. So I had 2 waffles and yogurt and pastries and coffee, orange juice, cereal. So I had a decent sized meal. Went back, packed up, went to Subway to grab a sandwich, which I'm going to have for lunch later, and hitched a ride. Actually took a while, took 20 minutes. I had 2 people stop, but they weren't going all the way to Stevens Pass, so I thanked them and waited for a ride all the way. Yeah, I got there, just went back across the road to touch back on trail, crossed the road back, and there was Smalls. So good to see her again. I think she's a hiker I've stayed in contact with the most, and also been seeing her comments in Guthook. She's been active in that as well, so really neat to see her. She's walking with Irish, a guy she walked with for a bit of last year as well, so yeah, they're having a good time, and yeah, they should be finished in a couple of weeks, which will be great. And yeah, so that was, yeah, I'm so glad I did get to meet up with her. I knew I was getting close to catching her, and they took a longer break in Leavenworth, which is what let me catch them. Just switching arms because I'm talking so much, my arm is getting tired. Alright, different arm. Okay, so now back on trail. As usual, going to keep today fairly casual, fairly easy, and then yeah, 4 full days and then another sort of 3/4-ish day, and that should get me to Rainy Pass, where I'll go off trail to Mazima for my final resupply, and then it's only a few days after that. So still hasn't quite hit me how close I am, I think, because I've got this nice long 5-day section. So we haven't done a long section like this for quite a while, so it'd be nice to be uninterrupted. Yes, good to be back on trail. I get to ease into the hike today. I have 2 miles of very slight downhill before I then get into my first hill of the day. So yeah, nice to just shake the legs out, but legs are actually feeling really good. I really concentrated on shoving the calories in, making up for my nutrition gaffe for the previous leg. And I've got some, good. I've increased the number of snacks per day that I've got for this time, and I've got some energy gels and energy chews. So plus some other. I got one type of granola bar as well, and I got some sesame seed bars just to try something different. I've changed up my lunch. No more Fritos. I've gone back to tortilla, cheese, salami and hummus. I haven't had that for ages, so just to add some variety. And dinners, I've got 3 freeze-dry and 2 noodles that I'll have with I couldn't find any tuna at the little supermarket, but they had salmon. So I'll be having my noodles with salmon. So that's the basic nutrition. The snacks for the day will be 2 energy gels, 4 energy chews, well, 4 portions of energy chews, 1 granola bar, and then either and that's pretty much it. I also followed recommendation I got on YouTube for coconut oil capsules, just to add another little boost of calories. So I'm going to try having those as well, trying to keep the calories up, as it's a much longer leg out of town. So I'm going to be heavily relying on what I'm carrying, not relying on the fill-up I got in town. So that's the nutrition plan. So hopefully that will be enough to keep my energy levels good throughout the whole 5 days. Looking forward to dinner. Pad Thai. I haven't had that in ages. My favourite backpacker pantry brand, Pad Thai. I'm expecting to see quite a lot of weekend hikers coming towards me, finishing off their hikes over the Labour Day weekend. And there has been quite a few already, which is, neat to see. All ages, all body types. It's nice when we get to the little open bits, because I get to see the views off to the side. It's been, flat. I guess it's slightly downhill, but quite wide, and it's obviously been trail maintenance, cutting back the vegetation, which is a nice luxury. I have promised I'm going to do a day in the life video, so over this next 5-day stretch I'll make an effort to film it so that you get an idea of what a typical day is like for me out here on the trail. Well, hey, first hill of the day has started. First of many hills today. Now, I don't think they're the monster hills that we had in the last section. Little patch of boulders just here. Oh, the trail has been lovely to walk on. Nice being back on trail. It's funny. It felt like I took a full 0 in Leavenworth when it was only a Nero. Very relaxing. Body's feeling very fresh, which is good. Alright, this is the Henry M. Jackson Wilderness in the Winnertachie National Forest. Alright. Oh, that was a good climb. It was an absolute perfect gradient. Track had a few rocks on it, but still pretty easy to travel. Just chucked my way up. Nice to get a bit of a sweat on, get a bit of puffing, get the legs working. Just a really nice hill. I know some of you are cringing when I say a nice hill, but there's something quite satisfying when you have one of those perfect hills that You just power on up with barely even noticing it. Ah, pretty cool. Looks like I'm not quite at the top though. Still got a little bit more climbing. That was another false summit. Looks like going along the side of that hill, I can just see the trail on the rock, going through the rock area. And it must be going up through that saddle there. Cool. Not many huckleberries left. Oh, no, blueberries. You can find the occasional one if you look hard. Usually they're underneath the leaves and people have missed them. Panorama time. Beautiful. Good to be high again. Big rocky rocks. Yee! That's where I'm heading. Now I'm at the top of the hill. Woohoo! Time for a break. Sit down and have my special treat sandwich. Nice spot to sit over here. My special treat is Subway. Oh, and there's a little lake down there. Cool. And here's the lake from the other side. This is Valhalla Lake. And now I get a bit of solid downhill. I think it's around 1,000 meters downhill. But the gradient looks pretty nice. Starting to get people asking, are you through hiking? Oh, well done, congratulations. They know it's getting so close. Still 200 odd miles, but relatively it's getting close. But yeah, it's lovely, all the people just acknowledging they know how far I've come, those that know what PCT is and recognise the look of a through hiker. So many dogs on trail. It seems like every group of people has got at least one dog on trail. A couple ahead of me, they've got a dog. I've lost track of how many dogs I've passed already today. Still lots of day hikers. I'm guessing this track loops up somewhere. Rush hour on the trail. So in the last 5 minutes, there have been 7 dogs. And more people. Wow, yeah, busy trail, very popular. I can see why. It's nice, and that lake that I passed was a beautiful lake. It's amazing how many people are on this trail. I guess this is great. You know, this is what Labour Day was all about. You know, giving the workers a day to actually enjoy life and yeah, do what they like to feel free. Yeah, going for a walk seems to be the thing that you do here, which is lovely. I've just passed a junction for the Smithbrook Trail. I wonder if that's the one that takes them down to the car park. If so, I might have a little less traffic now. So busy, lost in my head, I've only just realised that I'm going uphill again. Downhill finished, uphill starting. It's in the forest, so there's not a lot of views to be able to look at. Yeah, just drifting away in my own little zone. Well, that's a lovely little pool if you needed to soak your feet after a hard day. Fortunately, I don't. Plenty of water sources on this stretch. A little waterfall. Ooh, it's a little steep bit. Back into the beautiful forest again. Lush green. No deer or bears to be seen. It's good that these campsites have got toilets, so the toilets seem really far away. I'm just being nosy to see what the toilets look like, because I haven't been staying in these places. But, sheesh, trouble is the toilets are so far away, no one's going to bother coming and using them. Wow, still going. Oh wow, that's the toilet. Lift the lid and sit. Yeah, you need to be leaving your pack or something as an indicator to advise that it's full. But I was curious, and there we have it. That's the toilet they use. At least they have the toilets. Is Lake Janus. Camp area that way. I'm assuming I'll get a view from the trail further on.
Come from Mexico?
I have.
Cool.
Yeah. Now, look at my little friend here. Can't quite get close enough. I'm going to try zooming. There they are. That's my little friend. Oh, there you go. Opening up now. Wow. How's that?
Oh man, look at that one.
How is that? Just spent probably nearly 20 minutes at that spot by the lake, chatting away. There's a group of 5, and the guy had been to New Zealand and done a lot of hiking, so we're just chatting about the different trails, which is quite, yeah, it's nice. So, continuing on now. Hey, this is another hill done. That was another good hill. Very slightly steeper gradient than that last one. Ooh, that was good. And now I go down. Oh no, it's another false summit. Trail seems to still be going up. Around the corner was more up, and around the corner more up. I'm at the top, and I've got some gorgeous views, and look at that. Woohoo! I think that is Glacier Peak, and I'll be going around to the left of it. Wow, this is gorgeous. All these beautiful mountains, and I am up high, which is great. So now I've got 2 miles of going along the side of the hill. Just very small, gentle ups and downs. And then I have another 500-foot climb, and then a big 1,200-foot drop. And then another climb. So I'll make the most of this 2-mile rest of just ups and downs while I can. That mountain's beautiful. Oh, looks like I've got a rocky area ahead. So yeah, just continuing on the side of the hill for a couple of miles. This big boulder under the trees, and then I noticed this. This looks man-made square. That is just, looks too regular for nature, but why would be the question. Is it a brace for a pulley? If it was a mining area, I'd say it would be something like that, but could be natural. Don't know. But yeah, it's a very regular shaped rock. Wow, but yeah, these are more natural. This is the big one I was originally looking at. It's going along the side of a big hill. Beautiful forest to be going through. Fortunately, with the bright sun, it's very hard to show the forest. It's when the cloudy days are actually better to show this type of forest and the vibrant greens. It's just sort of all the moss, very much like New Zealand forests, though we have a lot more ferns. This is a neat open meadow with the snaking water channels going through it and going around to this sort of sheer rock up there as well. Pretty cool. No prizes for guessing what I'm doing. Both hands just a little stained. It's all blueberries around here. No huckleberries, just blueberries. Pretty happy with that. Pretty nice blueberries. I think the views are just going to get more and more beautiful as I get closer and closer to Glacier Peak, and it looks like some pretty neat mountains. Just down, peering through the trees, there is Glasses Lake, and then I should go around, maybe see it around the corner, but there's another lake there called Heather Lake. I continue along the ridgeline for a little bit more. Oh yeah, have a feeling I'm going to like the next few days. Just come over the top of the ridge, and now I've got a 1,200 foot downhill, and I'm just watching. There's a whole lot of ravens. Oh wow. And all the ravens, and there's a couple of other birds as well, which are brownish. I don't know what they are. Try and get a video. They're not ravens, but I think the ravens have scared them off. Oh, there goes one. Wow, quite neat with all the ravens flying around. It's nice going through the meadow, even if everything is dying off now. Still nice being in the open. Something different from the forest, and the views definitely make up for the dying vegetation. But I'm about to head back into the forest to finish off the rest of this descent. And I'm dropping down to Winnetachi Pass, and then I start climbing up again. I'm looking at a campsite in about 3.5 miles from here at Pear Lake. The people I talked to at the last lake, they said it was beautiful and strongly recommended it, so why not? And it's also the next water as well, so yeah, it'll be a slightly later finish because it's 5:45 now, so 3 miles, so that's going to put me at sort of 7:20, 7:30, depending what the track's like, but that's all right. I tried the coconut oil capsules, and they're really big capsules, and I'm not very well practiced at swallowing pills. Managed to get the first one down, but the second one really struggled to get it down, and I think by the time I got it down it sort of lost its smoothness, so it went down very slowly down my esophagus, and it hasn't made it all the way to my stomach, so I can feel it, and it's quite annoying. It doesn't hurt, just annoying. And then anytime I eat any other snack, sort of takes a little bit to get past the obstruction. So I'm hoping when I get to camp I'll drink some hot water, and hopefully that will dissolve the gelatin soft case and let it disappear down into my stomach. I think the oil's released. I think the capsule's bursted, but yeah, it's just sitting there stuck to the sides from what it feels like. So I think I'll try them again, but if I don't sort of swallow on the first or second go, then I just bite and have the oil and then throw out the gelatin capsule, rather than have this happen again, because it's, as I say, it's not sore, but it's a weird feeling, and I can feel it, and I keep trying to burp, which I think is just my body's way of trying to clear it. It ran away, but I completely froze. Now it's come out of its burrow again. I'll just move very slowly to get my camera out. Yeah, cute. guy and a dog back there. He's going to set up camp. It's a nice clearing, it's amazing views. He was asking me how far to the next water. He's going south. Yeah, so he's going to have a rather dry camp tonight, and I couldn't even offer him any of mine because I'm down to about 250 mils, which is why I'm pushing on down to the lake. And he said he's hoping to make Stevens tomorrow. I said, yeah, piece of cake. I said, I left at 11:45 from Stevens, but then I forget. I'm a through hiker. I'm probably travelling faster. He looked fit though. Nice Labrador, big friendly thing, came boofing out towards me. Happy with one pat and back to his owner. But he was saying that, yeah, this climb is really steep, so I'll see how I go, because I told him the climbs towards Stephen are not steep. Also reinforces how useful the Guthook app is. You know, I was able to tell him where the next water source was, the exact distance to it, but then I looked at the comments and I went, no, that one, very difficult to get to. So in reality, this is your next reliable water source, and 6.3 miles. But not just the knowing where the water is, but having those comments from people about the status of the water source and the campsites and the places in towns. That's what makes Guthook so valuable. In the comments I've been receiving lately, there's been a few questions about gear. So at the conclusion of my hike, I am going to do a detailed gear review of every piece of equipment I have brought with me. And the ones where they attach, I'll show that as well, like how my water bottles attach and how my umbrella attaches. So hopefully that'll be of use to those of you curious about the equipment setup. I'm also going to do a video on how I pack my pack. I have changed slightly. I'm in my third variation. I had my pre-beer can, and then I changed it. I didn't go back to my pre-beer can. I went to a new method, which I actually prefer. So yeah, those are just some videos that'll be coming up once I finish my hike. So it'll also be a summary with some statistics on the hike, distances, average speeds, weight loss, expenses, all those sorts of information, because I've been keeping a detailed spreadsheet. And if there's any other information that you want to know about, or any other things you want me to do, then yeah, just let me know and I'll get it done for you. Within reason, of course. Yep, the guy was right. This hill is a steeper gradient than the others that I've done today, so he's going to be pleasantly surprised when he sees the gradient of the hills he's got ahead of him to get to Stevens. That's where I've come from, and this is Winnetouchy Pass. Little campsite here. So now I start climbing to get to Pear Lake, where I'm going to camp. I think it's about 1.5 miles from here. That's the hill I've just come down. Started the climbing, and yeah, just heading up over this ridge line, and then I should be dropping. Well, I should then be pretty close to the lake. This is where I turn off the PCT, heading down to Pear Lake, and it is 7 o'clock. Well, a minute before 7 o'clock. Wow, I still feel really good, full of energy today. That just a little rest seems to have fixed those tired legs I'd had over the last section. Yeah, woohoo, what a great day. And now I just got to find a nice tent site, filter some water, cook some dinner, and sleep. Okay, this is Pear Lake. This is beautiful.